What's up, everybody? This is Jay, and this video is about the Odell Beckham Jr. trade to the Cleveland Browns, and more importantly, why he was traded. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Click that like. Let's get into it. First off, this is a blockbuster trade that is making the Cleveland Browns put the football world on notice. Now, they're going to get Odell Beckham Jr., who is possibly the number one or number two or three wide receiver in the league top. And they're going to give up safety Jabril Peppers, a 2019 first round pick, which would end up being the 17th pick overall, and then they're going to give up a third round pick. So pretty much they're getting away with the steal for his talent, Odell Beckham, and he's still young and he's under contract, so they really already have him locked up. This deal actually makes Cleveland Browns an offensive powerhouse, and they also have good players on the defensive side of the ball with Myles Garrett and others, so they're actually really good. They have a young dynamic quarterback in Mayfield, Nick Chubb. They also signed Kareem Hunt, Odell, Jarvis Landry. They're loaded, and it's not going to be an issue with them getting along with chemistry because Odell Beckham and Jarvis Landry were teammates and best friends in high school. They played together in high school, best friends, best buds. They went together to college at LSU, best friends and teammates in college, and they both made it to the NFL. I mean, this is almost like a story that could be made for TV. They got everybody in Cleveland celebrating because after so long, they finally have a winning team now. It's definitely one game under 500 last year, and after the year before they went 0-16, and I think they won maybe one game or something like that the year before, and they haven't been in the playoffs in over 10 years. So the team, everybody is happy. Odell's dancing, everything. And if you look why the Giants did it, Odell Beckham, everybody knows, is a huge personality, and he's not going to sit by. You see right here in the standings, the Giants were a losing team, one of the worst in the NFL. And although they made a great pickup last year with Saquon Barkley with the number 2 overall pick as a running back, they should have got a quarterback because Eli Manning days are numbered. It's been numbered. And the problem is that they want Saquon Barkley to be the leader now. He's not as vocal as Odell. He just puts his head down, go to work. He's young. And they don't like Odell Beckham because he's more flamboyant, outspoken. And if they go through another losing season like they did, he's going to begin to point the fingers in the media and cause all kinds of chemistry problems. And really, if you see, Eli Manning's 37, and they went 5-11 last year with him. And even though he did have a good year statistically as far as throwing touchdowns and versus interception, if you look, 5 of the last 6 years that he has had a losing season. Eli Manning has never really been a winning quarterback. He does have 2 Super Bowl wins, but both of those wins came in years when they were the wild card team. You see right here the record: 7-9, 6-10, 6-10. He had an 11-5, then 3-12, 5-11. I mean, Eli Manning is done for. But because of loyalty and that he has a relationship with the owners and ownership, they're keeping him. Versus Cleveland, they're finally starting to pay off with all of those draft picks with Baker Mayfield and then Tyrod Taylor behind him. Baker went 6 of 7 when he played last year as a quarterback. Tyrod went 1-1 with a tie. Baker Mayfield threw as many touchdowns as Eli Manning. Then they have Nick Chubb at running back. He's a young running back, almost ran for 1,000 yards. They signed Kareem Hunt, who would have been still with Kansas City, and they may have even won the Super Bowl had he not been suspended and not able to play and unavailable. Now they have 2 great young running backs. Now they have, for wide receiver, probably the best dynamic duo wide receiver in the NFL in at least the last 10 years. You could argue Antonio Brown had something going on for a while with Pittsburgh, but they weren't able to keep it going long enough. And so what they're looking for now, they got rid of Odell Beckham because he couldn't sit there with Eli Manning and they're losing, as well as the unproven coach. And he's going to be frustrated in the media. He's going to start to act a fool with his antics on the side, because all of that put aside, Odell Beckham is a winner. He wants to win. And so if he was sitting there with that losing franchise, and he's going to be talked about in the media by ownership and management, as and they're saying they want this certain management style, like Saquon Barkley leadership style that he has, then it's basically saying we don't like what you do. And so they actually did the best thing for their franchise. It always hurts to see the best player on your team leave, but they didn't really get anything in return either, although Jabril Peppers is going to be a good defensive player, but he's a safety. I mean, that's not going to really change the game as much. It's not like he's Revis Island quality. So we'll see what happens. I think Cleveland Browns, they definitely are a playoff team. And as Eli Manning has shown in the past, once you get in the playoffs, all you need to do is have a few things go your way and you could win a Super Bowl. So football is not like the NBA. It's one game playoffs. Anything can happen. Anybody can have a mistake, an off game. Anything can go, and you have a few breaks. It's only 3 or 4 games you need, depending on your seed, and you're in the Super Bowl. That's why it's always different teams in the Super Bowl, except for New England. But you know, Belichick, he knows what to do. So anyway, thanks for watching. I hope that helped people understand why Odell was traded. I know it still doesn't feel any better to see the best player on your team go, but it's better to have him go than to see him frustrated and start dogging everybody in the media, and then it becomes a headache for everybody, and then he's upset like Antonio Brown, and then everybody is just all upset and it becomes a big mess. I think Cleveland is going to be a damn good team. I know some people that actually support the Browns, and they wanted me to wear a hat. We had a bet. Q, it looks like I'm going to have to pick up that hat sooner than I anticipated. Thanks for watching, everybody. Look like Cleveland is on the rise without LeBron. Now they lost LBJ. Now they got OBJ. With that being said, subscribe. I'm trying to get to 15,000 subscribers. Please hit that like, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, and I'm out.